Hello everybody, this is another exciting video. I was just driving around here the airport because I was pressed, and then I made a stop, and then I found here this sign, please don't enter Ruhezone, that is quiet, zone for quiet. And here's a small path. And then we have another sign here, danger of death, Lebensgefahr. Absolutely, it's absolutely illegal to leave the marked ways, and the whole area is contaminated with ammunition and other stuff for fighting. Don't enter. So the Belgian army was here after the Second World War, and they did trainings here. But I want to find something here that I found on Google. Panzerwaschanlage, that is a tank wash. That is a, I don't know if you can see that. That is a, in 240 meters. So I will just, I mean, that is a marked way here. I hope that I will not step on a mine now.
Nach 200 Metern befindet sich das Ziel auf der rechten Seite.
So it says after 200 meters, the tank wash is on the right side. I hope there are no mines here, that I will not step on any mines, but I'm on the marked ways. Oh, and there are some beautiful, there are some goats. You have their animals, then it should be safe to walk here, and it's a marked way here, I would say. It's an electric fence. I don't know if you have ever been hiking, if you ever hiked in Switzerland as a child, or in Austria, or in any mountains where there are these electric fences. If you if you are a small boy and if you are pressed, and then you can get an interesting experience. Yeah, and that there are some goats here. That's so beautiful. It's May, beginning of May, and the flowers are here. So in 190 meters there must be a tank wash. As I said before, the Belgian army was here after the Second World War, and they did trainings here. And when they came here from the field, when they were driving with all the tanks and all this military equipment, by the way, I'm a pacifist, I'm against war. As I always make love, not war. But after they came back from the training, then they had to clean the tanks, and they used the tank wash. And I found that here on Google Maps, and I've never seen it myself, so I'm just walking there now. So where is it? 140 meters. Yeah, this fence is electric, so I will not touch it. If you come here, I put the location in the description, then you can touch it if you want. But it's up to you.
Das Ziel befindet sich auf der rechten Seite.
So it's on the right side. And I'm directly here near the airport. At the beginning we saw a plane starting. The airport is here behind these trees. And where is the tank wash? Where is the tank wash? I only know the song, it's a car wash. Where is the tank wash? Oh, there's a mountain biker coming. There are many bicycles here. Many guys are riding their bicycles here. Oh, here's another parking. Oh, here's this tank wash. Yeah, here on this side we have a nice lake, and this is the tank wash. Wow, I've never seen that. I saw it only on Google Maps. They were driving here with these huge tanks, and then they took a garden hose. That I googled that before. A garden hose is I will put a picture of a garden hose. They were driving here and then cleaned this water. Here's another parking. And then the water flew down here into this river. Now here's also a small... Am I filming? Yes. Yeah. It's a paradise here for the nature. Here's also an internet address. Here there are snakes, frogs, banging frogs. They say here the frogs, the water frogs, are flirting, and then they're reproducing each other. I think that's how I can say it here on YouTube. And then I don't know what is that here. There are some flies. Yeah, anyway, I'm not interested in all these insects. Yeah, but this is here the tank wash. My car is parking there at the end of the road. And here we have another look. We can have another look of this great tank wash. I will also make I think I will make a selfie now here. So now I'm filming again. I made a nice selfie here for my thumbnail. And here on the other side there's a parking lot. So in case many people want to visit this attraction, you can visit it free of charge. Then you can come here and park your car here. No, they were then washing here the tanks, and then I have to also repeat that again. This thing that you use if you water your flowers, in English, and I also didn't know that. It is written H-O-S-E, hose, and H-O-S-E means trousers in German, Hose. So if you ask, if you have a visitor from England, for example, and he asks, "Excuse me, where is the garden hose?" If you have someone who doesn't speak English very well, like me, for example, then we might understand a garden hose and a Gartenhose. That is a trousers for the garden. But garden hose is actually that, yeah, this thing, and then they cleaned the tanks here. Yeah, and here's another interesting map. So where are we now here? I need my reading glasses. So I came here from this street, and then I parked here. And here we are on this parking lot. And here's the airport. Here are the planes starting and landing. Here's north, south. Here's a military area that we may not enter. Yeah, and here's the tank wash. And some information, and you can walk around here. There's also somewhere there are some deers. And here there are also warning, like everywhere in Germany, you have to be very careful. You have to behave here, yeah. So don't come here if you cannot behave. Then better come here. No, yeah. So don't disturb here the animals, and don't leave the way. You walk here next to these signs. Leave all the flowers and the mushrooms. There was a refugee family a few years ago coming here from, I think from Afghanistan or from Syria, and then the father and his children, they went here to the forest somewhere, and then they were collecting mushrooms, and then the father cooked the mushroom soup. It ended in a total disaster because, as we all know, normally the mushrooms can be very dangerous. You can only eat a few and not here any random mushroom, and then I think one child passed away, and they need new livers and all. An absolute disaster. So don't touch here any flowers, and even if they look nice, leave it all there. Yeah. The dogs belong to the. And then respect the nature. Don't barbecue here. No fires, no smoking. Smoking is always a very bad idea. So don't smoke. Yeah, smoking kills. And don't do your wild barbecue. I see many times here on the weekends there are people doing barbecues, and then they leave all their rubbish there after they're done. It's terrible. So and keep it clean, and only park here on your car on these parking lots. And that is what I'm not doing. I'm parking here on the street here. I must walk back now. Yeah, and then here don't leave the the footpaths. There's danger because of old mines. And don't leave the walking. Don't leave the footpath. And here someone lost his binoculars on the 9th of March. A dark green binocular. And yeah, that is a guy who was spotting birds. And what is that here? I need my reading glasses. There are 5 dogs, and they are meeting here. And these dogs need some joiners. So if you are a dog, or if you know someone who has a dog, then you can come here and do some training. I don't know if there are people in these cars, or maybe they are all. No, I don't think so. I think they are all either walking around, or they took their bicycles. There are many people with bicycles here. And here we have another sign. So here there was that is also interesting. Here was an army camp, Camp Altenrath. So from 1954 till 2004, there was the army from the Belgische Streitkräfte. That are the Belgian army. And yeah, they left here 2004, and then here was the main entrance. That is probably here. There was a gun here and the flag of Belgium. And then yeah, here are some pictures. Maybe you can see that. They were in a very bad condition in 2011, and they destroyed them. And then look, it took 2 years for them to finish that. And we are here. My car is parking here, and I walked here with this walk, and then here's the tank wash. And here was the Belgian army camp. Yeah, and now there are animals living, and here also this owl. There are some houses for the owls. Owls are welcome to Germany, and the birds. And there's also a hotel for bats and for birds. Yeah, so if you are interested in Vögeln, if you like Vögel, then you can come here with your binocular and have a look. Maybe you can spot some nice birds. And here the Belgian army was here stationed till 2004. Now it's 2025, so they left 21 years ago. And yeah, that was my little vlog here. I don't upload so many videos anymore because first of all, there's not many people watching them, and then I'm also busy. And then again, here's the sign. Don't touch the fence here, it's electric. If you need an electric fence, you can call this company, they can build an electric fence, but I doubt that it's allowed if you put that on your private ground. That is probably not allowed. So then have a great day, see you, bye. Thanks for watching, leave a thumbs up, and adios. Adios muchachos. My car is there in the distance. I had hoped there would be some more planes starting or landing, but it's now 12 o'clock and most of the planes are leaving in the morning and arriving in the evening. You can walk around here for hours. Yeah, I have unfortunately only the small action cam here. I don't use all these big cameras anymore. I had them all, but I cannot zoom with this. But there in the distance, there are some planes. I'm in the middle of the row here, in danger of death. And in the distance there you can see the dome of Cologne. Maybe you can see it, maybe not. And like always, the video is not yet over. Here is the fence that is going around the airport. That's the security area here. And from here we have a nice view of the terminal, the airport terminal. And there in the background there you can see some planes maybe, and there's the Cologne Cathedral. It's awesome. And don't use drones here. In an area 1.5 kilometers around this is illegal. You can get a fine or you can come to jail for 10 years. Yeah, you can read that yourself here in English. I'm talking, by the way, here in English because 80% of my viewers are not Germans. Yeah, it's nice. It's very nice. Yeah, so don't use the drones here.